that anyone ought to do. We're having a bit of a moment here, me and Ella. It's one of those would-have-been days. If they were still alive, it'd be 70 years since they were married. My mum loved Ella. She used to sing along with her. I was going to say on radio, but in them days we called them wirelesses. When would it have been? 60s. I'm 10 or 11, and I'm listening to my mum singing along at the top of her voice, above the drone of a Hoover Junior. Fly me to the moon, and let me play among the stars. Yeah, she'd have been in her mid-40s, heading for those difficult menopause days, and a new baby as well. That'd come as a bit of a surprise. No wonder she were hard to live with. Going off the deep end, she used to call it. Kept out of her way then. But when she was singing, she were at her happiest. I like to think that's where I got my love of singing. Thanks, Mum. It makes me happy as well, even on a day like today when I'm feeling a bit sad. They had a good innings, that's what people say sometimes at funerals, as if it's a consolation. But dying at 70 like my dad did, that's not a good innings in my book. My mum followed him 9 years later. She was never happy without him. There were tough times for us all, and I feel a bit bad saying this, but it was a relief when she went, because she wasn't enjoying life anymore, and it were hard to see her like that. If I'm honest, it were hard to be around her as well. Yeah, there were tough times those days. I hadn't even reached 50, and I were an orphan. I mean, on the one hand, you feel like an abandoned child, and then on the other, it's like you're an adult for the first time, because you're not a child in anyone's eyes anymore. I mean, out in the world, I could feel like a grown woman, but when I went back to see them, I could just as easily ended up feeling like a teenager again. Bloody hell. Now I come to think of it, the only time my mum ever raised her hand to me was when I were in my 30s. I had a child of my own. I've pushed that one far back in my mind. I got you under my skin. I got skin. That's what it all boiled down to that day. I discovered black feminism. I saw everything through that lens. I took on every black person's struggle as if it were my own. I seemed to be permanently angry about so many things, and woe betide anyone who weren't as militant as me. And they weren't. Did I actually call them racist? And then my mum saying, how can you accuse us of that? Me and your dad. After all we've been through. Even that didn't stop me. I were up, out on the seat, shouting, ready to take her on, and then slap right across my face. That shook me up all right. We both just stood there. I think we were both in shock. And then, what did she say as I left? I had to stop you. The way you were shouting, I thought you hated me, because I'm white. But I didn't. I never hated her, and never because she were white. But that day, I didn't say anything, I just left. And then I cried all the way home in the car. It took me a week to write the letter back to them, and, well, it was like we all had to retreat into our own corners. I knew there'd be a way back. There always was, because that's how it was. In our family, whatever happened between us, we never lost sight of the love. In their reply to me, they said they were proud of the things I do to make the world a better place. Protesting against deportations, campaigning against unfair immigration laws and all that. I beat myself up about that argument, especially just after my mum died. Those days when I trolled through old photo albums and miss them all the more for the things I'd never asked and never said. I mean, what must it have been like for them, getting together? My mum, her longest journey had been on tram to posh end of town, and there she were, in 1938, 19 years old and courting my dad, a young man from Ceylon who travelled thousands of miles and landed up in Yorkshire. He were a looker. Make no wonder all them girls in church drama club had their eye on him. But it was my man who turned his head, with her good looks, her singing, and her wicked laugh. I know what she'd say. It were not to do with colour, it were love. I loved him and that were that. I weren't about to let anyone stop me. After all we went through, that's what she said that day, but they never told us any of that. They never said anything about that. I kind of see it now. That's what you do with your kids. You try for as long as you can to protect them from all the bad stuff. Do you know what my dad did once? Me and my sister wanted to queue all night outside Odeon for tickets to a Beatles concert. I was 13, so she'd have been going on 15. And my mum and dad, they were adamant. They weren't happy about us being out in Leeds city centre after pub closing time. We begged and pleaded. We thought they were being overprotective again. But now I come to think of it, they'd have been just as much worried about drunken racists as anything else. But they never said that. Do you know what my dad did? He woke us up at 3 o'clock, drove us down there, 3 o'clock in the morning, drove us down there, set us up in queue with a blanket, sandwiches, a flask of tea, and then he sat in his car over the road all night until it were light to keep an eye on us. I only have to look through all them old photo albums to see it. Time and time again, us kids, right at the centre, right at the heart of it. You were right, Mum. What mattered was the love. You both showed us what love looks like and how to trust it. That's priceless. You tried as hard as you could, for as long as you could, to shelter us from hate.